One man of God met me one time and he said, Apostle, he was talking particularly concerning many teachings, especially around grace, and he said, Apostle, I know that, you know, you have revelation. What do you have to say about, you know, grace and all of that? And I told him nothing. He said, what do you mean nothing? I know you have something to say. I said, the only thing I have to say is that no truth communicated in the body of Christ will stand strong in isolation. Every dimension of kingdom truth only finds its relevance if it is willing to be connected to other truths. If you teach deliverance alone, not with respect to it birthing the finished work of Christ, you will produce legalism. You are going to produce a people who are ever trying to fight the devil with no victory. And if you teach people on the finished work of Christ and don't teach them the appropriation system of the finished work of Christ, you will produce a people claiming things but are clearly evidences of demonic attacks. If you teach the teaching ministry and ignore prayer, you will produce a lopsided people. If you teach prayer and don't teach the value of the word, you will produce a superstitious people with encounters with familiar spirits, who will keep saying yes Lord to familiar spirits because their organs have been activated through prayer, but there is no word bank to help them manage and discern spirits. Let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, please hear me, particularly if you're a man of God. The kind of people God is raising are people who are flexible, malleable, open-hearted. Flexible, malleable, open-hearted. It is arrogance to believe that you would not need any contribution from any other person within the body. And can I tell you the truth? When it has to do with growth, you don't choose. God has brought the distribution. It's up to you to open up your heart with humility to learn. There are many people who will never read the books of the fathers because of an intrinsic disdain for them that has been engineered into you. And one book that will help your character, correct your life, you will continue to recycle pain. One book has the solution, but something about your zeal. My assignment is to be a contributor to helping the body and helping our global family to be people of stature and understanding. And one of it that I'm teaching you right now is that the zeal that God gives men is a precious gift, but it must be managed responsibly. And that the way you manage the gift of God, the gift of zeal, is number one, to examine the ideologies and the belief systems that power and drive your zeal, especially for God. God will never power hatred. God will never power envy. God will never power competitive jealousy. God will never power the desire to outshine. No. When you find your zeal birthing those things, the devil has hijacked your zeal. There needs to be a correction of the understanding that powers it. When you find love, God is there. That zeal, powered by love, powered by mutual respect for the body, powered by an awareness that you are only a part of the larger program of God. And while celebrating your uniqueness, you must appreciate the diversity of graces across the body. When that zeal is powered by such an information, it will produce victory. You will mentor young people who will become mighty men, embracing their uniqueness, but also giving allowance for the diversity in the body.